Well, popped into somewhere I don't normally come, because in the summer it's just absolutely crazy busy with people. This is Elbow Falls. That piece of rock there in front of me with the two little bits of cave in it. In the height of the floods, the water was actually coming over the top of there. There used to be trees all along the top of there. As you can see, there now isn't. Yeah. So, let's have a look. See what we can do. Go down this way. Looks all good to me. Amount of ice coming through that crack over there. One day the river will come straight through there. Elbow Falls will be gone. Natural progression of waterfalls. They will take the path of least resistance. These railings along here are here for a reason. Sadly, quite often, pretty much every year, somebody dies here. And the reason being, I shall show you in just a second. Water at the moment is not flowing terribly fast. There are fences all the way along here, as you can see. However, people like to climb out on these rocks, especially that rock right on the end there, because they want to get their super up close and personal pictures of the waterfall, and then very quickly they find themselves in the waterfall. Those rocks are slipperier than they look. If we stay this side of the railings, they are there for a reason. Yes, hard to believe that the water was actually coming over that rock right there in front of us where the cave is. Water was literally flowing right over the top of there, and about 3 or 4 feet of it as well, enough to wash all the trees off the top. There were some pretty big trees up there at that time. Now there isn't. Yes, people like to climb out on these rocks here. Please don't. It's very easy to fall off of there. This piece here too, people like to walk out here, get a picture of the waterfall. Again, never a good idea. As you can see, it's literally full of footprint. Yeah, crazy. There is a fence here. In the height of the flood, I would have been about 8 to 10 feet below water. Quite amazing they survived as well as they did. Everybody was thinking that these falls were being washed out completely. Unfortunately, they weren't, so that's good. Ooh, lots of ice. It's this time of year, a little bit of ice here and there. Still a spectacular place to come and visit. It really is. There is Alberta Falls. Well worth a visit if you've never been here before. For those people that don't know, this area here, it's all now rock and what have you. That whole area dropped by about 10 to 12 feet. It used to be full of picnic sites, and it was actually a very popular location on the weekend. We got absolutely decimated in the floods. You can still see some of the debris over there, the other side of the rocks that was washed out in the floods. I would have been under about 6 to 8 feet of water here. Yes, all of that was washed right out. I'll head round here onto the side and give you an idea of where the land used to be. Where I'm stood now, this was the land. It was all full of little pathways like this and what have you. Very, very nice location. And everything you see in front of me there is completely washed out. There's 2 dead pine trees right in the middle there. That was actually next to one of the fire pits. All the fire pits in here have now been taken out. There's no fire pits in here at all now. Shows you the power of water, eh? That's what happens when you have 10 feet of isothermic snow and 4 days of extremely heavy rain. Yeah, not a good mix. Right, and that is the top view of Elbow Falls. For anybody that's never been here, that's a very nice sight. Not to mention a really great sound. Love that sound. Amazing, huh? Just going to head down the bottom there a little bit. This is a good sunbathing spot, by the way, in the right time of the year. Not this time of the year, obviously, but that is not a great sound. I don't know what is. You have to be a little bit careful here because I don't know how thick this ice is. You don't like getting your feet wet, to get from here to the other side of that piece of water there is about a 20-kilometre walk. However, if you don't mind getting your feet wet, it's about 3 minutes. Yeah, there's a few places around here where you can actually cross fairly easily, but this time of the year, not so much. That water is very deep in there too. Power of nature, eh? One last look at the falls. Look at all those trees. See all the dead trees up in the back there were all flattened out. That's where the water was flowing, literally straight over the top of this rock. Absolutely spectacular. There was a guy filming halfway up that slope where all the railings are, and a great big tree. Those railings used to be purple, and the great big tree hit the railings and basically nearly destroyed them, and all you saw was the guy running up the hill at like 900 miles an hour. Don't blame him either. That amount of water would do you a bit of damage pretty quick. Yeah. Kind of foolish to be down in here really, but they had the whole area closed off. But you see where those benches are up there on that bank? That's where the ground level used to be before the flood. Yeah. Yes, how it changed, eh? However, that is what rivers do. That's just part of the process. The river actually used to, many years ago, flow behind those trees that you can see in front of me. used to actually flow along the bottom of that mountain there, like Piriyaipan that's called. Used to flow along the bottom of there and come out this side of the rock and then do a sharp right. So just shows you, people think rivers are the way they are, they always remember them, but they never stand still. Rivers are always moving. Right, let me head back up the hill. Yes, this whole area used to be full of really nice little pathways, and there was probably 20 or 30 nice little picnic sites in here with fire pits, and on a weekend this place was crazy busy, crazy busy. But as you can see, not so much now. Yes, this was the ground level right here. Can't remember how many thousands of cubic meters of material was washed out of here, but it was very considerable. There is a sign here somewhere that tells you all about it. It's amazing though, you look down in there, all the trees and shrubs and stuff, they're all coming back. And then 100 years from now you won't even know the flood had happened, because this will all be covered in trees again. And hey presto, the whole process starts again. The recolonisation usually starts with the grasses and the small scrub, like that. And the next thing you know, tree seeds find their way out there, and you get lots of little conifers growing. You can actually see one or two out there already. Yeah. Not sure if they found their way there or they were put there. Either way, they're there, so that's good. Once they get a foothold in there, it doesn't take long. Yeah, those two dead pine trees right smack in the middle of the shot there, they were actually on the far side of the picnic areas. Either way, still a great place to come. Very nice day out. Right, talking of which, I'm going to head off.